what I see is the ink really reflecting the light. It's almost mesmerizing. Welcome to Unboxing Things. Yes, you made it to the right place, my friend. This is a show where we unbox your favorite brands and we talk all about the box and the unboxing experience. Because here at Lumi, that is what we do. I am Jessie Janae, your guide. Let's look at what's inside my mailbox today. Got a big one. Ooh, it's big but lightweight. I have Dôen. I'm so excited to be unboxing Dôen. They're an apparel brand based here in Los Angeles, making ethical, sustainable fashion for women. Let's talk about the outside of this box. Dôen uses a trick on the outside of the box that I particularly love. They are using a sticker label in place of actually printing the outside of the box. You may think that I'm obsessed with printing the outside of boxes, but actually I appreciate the small detail of realizing that with certain volumes or certain size boxes, it might not be practical for a brand, and something that can look amazing is having a sticker label that actually makes the graphic of the box, especially when you fold it over the side, because then you get a bit of graphic on this side, a bit of graphic on this side, and this is a beautiful label. It has actually kind of a scalloped edge. It is just black ink over kind of a cream-colored paper, and then they're folding at the exact right spot in fulfillment. So right here on the edge, it says shopdôen.com, their URL. So a lot of really nice little touches, but the outside of this box is just a plain craft box. It is not a regular slotted container, an RSC style box, which is your standard flap style box. It is actually a mailer style, and then it's sealed with just a really small, simple piece of actual clear tape here. So the label is not sealing the box, the label is just here for the graphic pop. I'm ready to open it. I'm gonna use my blade. Now, when a box that is deeper has flaps, you can see the flaps get kind of large. This flap that goes in here actually holds the box together, so you don't need as much tape to close it. Now we're going to open it, opening, boom. One, I can tell the inside of the box is also unprinted. This does not surprise me because I assumed if the outside was, they're probably going with the inside unprinted as well and investing their packaging effort into the other details, like that external label and also like all the nice touches we're about to dig into. First things first, I love a good unexpected packing slip situation. Everyone uses a standard 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, usually white, usually bore. But Dôen has decided to use a beautiful piece of craft paper. It's probably very recycled, although I can't tell specifically, but it's a really nice touch to match the box. But wait, there's more. Inside my box is a beautiful rigid box. This arrived in perfect condition, so even though there's a little extra space in that box, this wasn't shaken around. The corners are in perfect condition. Everything looks gorgeous. Now, you have this label used again, so I would like to appreciate that detail here. This beautiful actual label is the same label that's used on the outside of the box. So they're getting use on it on their inner boxes, their outer boxes, and maybe other places in their branding as well. I love when you can use a single packaging element multiple times because it means you can buy this in higher quantities and it's used more often. You are not as close to the box as I am right now, I'm guessing. I can see the Dôen logo here is actually debossed and it's got a nice black shiny surface. This is gorgeous. What is this, you might ask? Is it a corrugate box? Is it a carton box? No, wrong and wrong again. It's neither of those things. It's a rigid box. What do we mean by rigid box? Well, it's pressed paper board that is also usually has paper actually wrapped over it, like paper wrapped over the edges of the box like you'd wrap a present, and it creates a beautiful finish where this kind of eggshell, kind of cream color is actually probably started as a paper, and that paper was printed with this beautiful Dôen logo, and then at some point that paper was laminated to this pressed board in order to make this beautiful rigid box. This is something that could be a keeper, meaning that you don't just throw away your Dôen box, okay? You keep it in your closet. This is something that your grandchildren's grandchildren will dust off in an attic and be like, great-great-grandma was pretty cool. given that it's all about the grandkids, I'm going to be very careful when I open this box, and I'm going to slice the label so I can open it carefully, and boom. First of all, that's a magnetic closure. Now I'm opening it, and inside I actually have the item I purchased. First thing I noticed is that there's a secondary label here. It's very reminiscent of the other label, but a bit smaller. So now I know they actually have two sizes of that label, and I'm sure they use both in many different circumstances. And then there's also a printed collateral card. When the northwest winds begin to whisper their subtle song, and fields of green turn to faded amber, our minds wander to autumn reveries. Born out of these crimson-colored dreams, the first chapter of our fall collection is an homage to the magic of new beginnings and the joys of anticipation. Inside, they've actually wrapped the item I ordered in a white paper. It's actually a little thicker than a tissue paper. I would not refer to it as a tissue paper, slightly thicker, and that's probably very intentional so that it doesn't rip and it lasts, but it's a little bit thicker. Now, I'm going to actually have to open, I'm going to try not to rip the label, but when I open this, I arrive at my item. I ordered a beautiful item, but this is not what the show is about. You should go check out their clothes if you're interested. They are gorgeous. Back to this. All of these items are fully recyclable, the stuff that I need to actually throw away. This also is made out of paper-based materials, so probably is as well. But this I can just throw into my recycling bin along with my card, unless I want to frame this because it's a beautiful poem. And then my actual shipper box as well is fully recyclable. Now, I'd like to share a comment about rigid boxes. Typically, rigid boxes can be very complicated in fulfillment because they come in this kind of set-up fashion, and they take up a lot of space in fulfillment centers. They're big, they're bulky. When you're buying them, there's only so many that fit in the box, even though they ship empty to your distribution center, but not this one. This one has flaps, so it actually has folded down and ships flat to Dôen's distribution center, and then can be assembled quickly to get the full beautiful effect of a set-up rigid box. One more item here. There's a beautiful little tag and a tassel on the shirt itself. This thread that's used to actually affix the tag to the shirt is a beautiful braided thread, not just a kind of a simple thing there. And then you've got the actual hang tag itself is a beautiful piece of paper. You can actually see the fibers in the paper with the Dôen logo again. And it talks to you about how the garment was handcrafted using delicate materials. There might be slight variations. And then it talks about the returns policy and gives the URL there as well. So there's some critical information here on the hang tag, as well as this beautiful tassel. I think it's time to roll in the recap. Dôen. There's a lot of brilliant things going on about their packaging, but let's highlight a few for you here. First up, it's elegant. How can you receive this package and see all the details of these beautiful labels, the way that the logo is debossed, the eggshell finish of all of the papers, and not just feel raw elegance emanating from the package? You can't, that's how. And next up, it's memorable. All these details really go a long way to helping you remember the fact that you just unboxed not just a shirt, but a shirt from Dôen. The last time I ordered a shirt online, the experience was nothing like this. It just came in a bag and they called it a day. So this really brings it home for me. And lastly, reusable. This box is not something I'm getting rid of anytime soon. It's gorgeous, and whether I keep my Dôen shirt in here or I keep other keepsakes in this for a very long time, I'm holding on to this thing. This has been Dôen Unboxed.